We've been doing breakdowns of all the hero skills inside of Diablo Immortal, and today I just maxed out my Barbarian, which may just be my new favorite class inside of the game. So what we're doing today is breaking down, sharing with you, and showing you every skill and how it works inside of Diablo Immortal, and then I'm going to show you my favorite setup. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and welcome back to the channel where we cover Diablo Immortal every single day. If you're into Diablo Immortal, action RPGs, or just Blizzard games in general, you're gonna want to be subscribed to this channel because I promise you everything here will be OP, which means incredible. So make sure you sub and ring the bell for daily Diablo Immortal videos. But we're talking about today, as we're in the tech alpha, it's actually going to be running out very soon. I believe it's going to be gone in a few days. So I really wanted to get this video out for you. I've maxed out the monk, the demon hunter, and now the barbarian. The wizard I have about halfway. I'm going to try and get my wizard to max level 2. Either way, I am going to be bringing you a skill guide for every single one of the heroes inside of the game. But as the others, we're going to have 2 primary attacks to choose from with the barbarian and 10 different skills. Now, when the game does go live and it goes global, there's going to be 12 different skills to choose from. Now, unfortunately, in this setup, because I play Diablo Immortal Barbarian class on my phone, the other ones I play on my iPad, I do cover up a bit of the screen, but it's not going to be covering up the details of the skill and actually the demonstration of me using the skill. So I apologize ahead of time for the layout, but I don't have one that's any better for the phone layout. And I'll tell you what, the graphics are actually better on my phone than they are on my iPad. So as far as the primary attacks go, we're going to look at those first. We have Frenzy and we have Lacerate. I'll be very honest, I do like both of these. I was using Frenzy for a long time, then I switched over to Lacerate, but we're going to equip Frenzy right now. It is equipped, and we're going to go show you what it looks like and then switch on over to Lacerate so you can see which one you like better. As you can see, you have the damage and all the details right there on the screen for you in case you need to know or you want to dive in to those stats. Now, as you guys can see with the Frenzy attack, this is what it looks like when you do attack. Nothing too crazy splash damage, nothing too insane. There's no like swiping action like we're gonna see with Lacerate. Remember, you can just hold down the attack button, and in doing that, it will just continuously attack. No need to spam the button over and over again. Just simply hold it down, and this is what you're gonna see when you're using this primary attack. But now we're gonna equip Lacerate, and you can see the difference in the primaries. Again, you could still just hold down the attack button and it will still attack the same way. As you can see, it's more of a wide ranged, at least wide ranged looking attack. I think it's a more cosmetically appealing attack. I don't know. You know, I can't say whether it works better than the other one or not. I just personally enjoy using Lacerate a little bit more. I feel like it does just a little bit more damage over time, and it's just more appealing to me as a player. I just kind of enjoy Lacerate. So that is the primary attack in my setup. But I see we just got some monster essence, so let's grab that and run out of the way, and then we'll start looking at some of these skills. We're gonna start at the top and look at all 10. Guys, remember, I'm live streaming every single day over on Twitch, and actually I've been doing it on YouTube as well lately. Make sure you come through, follow the Twitch. It's linked down below in the pinned comments. But not only that, I also have a Discord server, which I'm also linking in the pinned comments, which is a community of people that are mobile gamers dying to play Diablo Immortal. Come on through, join the community. We can chat it up and have some fun. The first skill we're going to look at is called Chained Spear. With this skill, you throw out a bunch of chains and pull in your opponents to you so you can assault them with your primary attack or any other specials that you have set up. And I'm going to demonstrate this for you right now, along with the cooldown that it takes to, to cool it down. You can direct this in any direction you want. Notice I throw it on out, and I did have... Okay, so this is the funny thing here about these skills, guys. They all can be modified, and I'm actually really happy that this happened. They can be modified with gems and gear that you're using. So a typical Lacerate spell or a typical Lacerate skill will actually throw out the chains and pull in the opponents closer to you. But because I have a gem and a weapon, it changes it to me throwing stones. Very similar, but an added effect, and you could really customize all of your skills in different ways based on the gear that you have. So that's really worth noting. You're not going to only see 10 skills, but many different variations of each one of them based on the gear that you equip. Next up, we have Cleave, which is basically slicing in front of you in a splash damage direction. And it looks like I'm being attacked, so we can demonstrate it right here. Here's the Cleave right there. We have 3 uses of it before we need to cool down as well, which is really nice, not just a single use. Demoralize is going to make all of the enemies that are around you within the aura come and attack you, bringing them closer in so that you can then smash them with some of your other skills. This one also does a little bit of damage as well, and let's put it to the test. I did use this one for a bit while I was rocking my barbarian. It did become replaced over time. So let's see here. We're going to actually use this right now. Call them all in, and notice that there was some damage that was done. I'm not using any other attacks. We're going to come in here again, use it again, and there we go. We are not only calling them in, making them want to attack us, but we are doing damage to them with it as well. Now, there is a cooldown period that you have to deal with for this, so we're going to go let that cool down and look at the 4th skill. And the 4th skill is Furious Charge, where you do just that. You charge at and through your enemies. And here we go. We could direct it in any way that we want, and there you go. Just basically charging through any of the demons that may be in the way. It's not only, though, used for a charge. It could also be a way to evade people. If you want to get out of Dodge's way, you don't want to be attacked, you can just use that skill and you could kind of dip out in the other direction. So like something like this. Get out of the way and escape. The next skill we're looking at is Ground Stomp, where again, we're talking about the Barbarian. It's pretty straightforward. You stomp the ground, doing damage and stunning your opponents. And remember, guys, these can be modified based on the gems and based on the gear that you have equipped. So we're basically going to come out here and boot stomp some of the demons here. Let's see what we got. A nice boot stomp, and notice it is directional. With a 10-second cooldown, you can direct the damage. Some of these you're able to hold down as well for a longer effect or for more damage, and this is one of them. Notice the damage that was done right there, stunning them, damaging them, and being able to direct it at the same time. But again, it is a 10-second cooldown. We'll do one more example of this. There we go. Taking them down at least a little bit. Decent. Not one of my favorite. Hammer of the Ancients is probably my favorite skill with the Barbarian, and it's because I have some gear equipped that has it spawn an extra Barbarian with me for a short duration of the battle until the cooldown is over. This is an incredible skill. It's one that I highly recommend that you use, especially if you can get the gear to get the extra Barbarian. If you're curious about what that piece of gear is, it's called the Remembered. It's my second-hand weapon, and as you see right here, Spirit of the Ancients inscription. Hammer of Ancients now summons a Spirit of the Ancients who stuns all nearby enemies and then fights beside you for a while. I'm telling you what, I will never take this off. I can't play the Barbarian class without it, but you need to find the gear first. You need to find this legendary weapon so that you can get that Barbarian. And now let's see this in action, because not only is it using the hammer, which we're going to see right here, it's going to spawn that Barbarian who fights for you. Literally just sitting there attacking and beating down on the demons around you. I'm just running around here so you can see the damage that Barbarian does on its own. Let's talk about how powerful this skill is. That is pretty incredible. Now notice, it's a 30-second cooldown, but it has 20 seconds of attack. So right about now, we can go on in again, drop another Barbarian in their faces who will continuously beat them down. But not only that, they'll attack the Barbarian as well, and that'll get you out of Dodge's way. And of course, that Barb, he's gonna follow you around because he's your buddy. Leap means you're gonna jump, and when you land, you're going to do damage. I love Leap. I use Leap, as you'll see in a little bit. Let's go check out how this one works. So the way that I like to do things is I typically will jump into a battle, and then I will slap on that hammer and really do a ton of damage against some opponents. So here we go. We're going to set up the Leap, decide where we want to land, hop on top, and do a bunch of damage. Now, typically, you'll jump on in, and after that Leap, you'll do some attacking, but I just want to show you for, demonstration purposes. I'll leap in and, beat him up a little bit. But let me show you what I really like to do. I'm gonna do it one more time here. The leap will actually probably take them down. Let's see right here. Leap right on top, and if not, I'll drop him right on top as well, and that'll shut down literally everything in the area. Sprint, it's gonna make you run faster, 50% faster for 4.5 seconds. I don't use this one. I like to damage things. So this is my normal run speed right here, but if I hit the sprint, I'm clearly going to be going a lot faster, which is really nice when you're trying to get somewhere and when you're trying to get there quickly. It has a very quick cooldown, which is nice, so you can sprint over and over again. You know, now that I'm testing it, it's kind of nice to move that fast. It's something I can get used to. Whirlwind. You can't play the Barbarian without Whirlwind. It is a brutal skill, and again, I have some gear that I'm wearing right now that makes the radius of the Whirlwind even larger, making you be able to damage more enemies in a certain area. And Whirlwind is really just a circular attack like we saw from the Demon Hunter, where you just spin around with your weapons wielding and you do a ton of damage when you have a bunch of enemies on top of you. So again, I have a lot of these skills with the Barbarian that I like to use that are, you know, just able to do a lot of area of effect damage. Now, the cool thing about Whirlwind is there's no like set cooldown time. You could use it, finish it up, and then 2 seconds later you can use it, although that the ability won't be full. So let's start it out right here. We're going to completely deplete the bar, saying there's no more Whirlwind left, and then quickly you can use it again, although it won't last very long, so you don't need to wait for a complete cooldown. You could Whirlwind over and over again if you just need that little bit extra to shut down the demons that happen to be poking at your sides. Whirlwind's in my setup every single time. Wrath of the Berserker is another one that's just one of my favorites. You get it in the late game, I believe around 44, but don't quote me on that. And this is going to increase your attack speed by 50% and your movement speed by 20% for 6.5 seconds. So you're not attacking for a stronger attack, but you're attacking twice as fast. The cooldown is long, but let's go check this one out. This one is really incredible, especially when you save it for some bosses. So right here, we're gonna hit the Berserker, and we're just gonna use our primary attack. All it's doing is it's making you attack faster and faster as we just grab ourselves a Paragon level 2. So now we have about a 20-second cooldown before this happens. Now what I'm gonna do is test it out one more time. I'm gonna go up to a bunch of enemies and see if it does any damage to them without using an attack as well. So this time I'm gonna use it, check out to see if any damage is done, and if nothing, I'm gonna use the Whirlwind, and you can see how quickly and how well it combines with the Whirlwind. So here we are. No damage was done, but the Whirlwind goes crazy fast, and that's for 6.5 seconds. Look how quickly we took down all those wolves. Craziness. But now I should probably show you the build that I like to rock, which you happen to be looking at already. And here it is, my Barbarian, who I have completely fallen in love with, a max level 45, which is max level in the alpha. It's actually going to be a level 60 upon full release, but I come in with Lacerate, which is my primary, Hammer of the Ancients, Whirlwind, Leap, and Wrath of the Berserker. I gotta move my camera out of the way so you can actually see. Ah, there it is. There are the 4 skills that I love using. Hammer of the Ancients, Whirlwind, Leap, and Wrath of that Berserker. But let's actually just go and attack some demons so you can see how I combine these all together to really see some success inside of the game. Now, we're not anywhere that's super difficult right now, but that's fine. We're gonna go on in here. I usually jump on into the battle, and where'd they all go? They all literally just exploded. Okay, well, let's give you another example. We're gonna go on a little further. Now look, the Barbarian is gonna follow me. We're gonna leap on into this battle. Then we're gonna Whirlwind all these guys. Pretty easy stuff. No matter how difficult your opponents are or how easy, hard, whatever, you could kind of deal with this the same way. So these wolves are a good example here. We're gonna leap on in. We're gonna bring down the hammer. We're gonna Whirlwind our way through. And if it really gets difficult, we can use that Berserker as well for some of those harder enemies. So we're gonna leap on into the battle, Whirlwind, and my Barbarian is already still there helping me out in the battle, because again, he helps me and stays with me for 20 seconds and then has 10 seconds of cooldown. Now there is a chest piece that I don't yet have that you can get inside of the game that will allow you to have another Barbarian, and that is crazy sauce, that you can have 2 of these bad Barbarians attacking, protecting you as you make your way around this game. It seems pretty powerful. It seems overly powerful, to be honest with you, but it's just just incredible. So there are many reasons why I've fallen in love with the Barbarian, and most of it is her tankiness and ability to do a lot of mass damage, you know, in a way where it's not, you could literally just jump into the middle of a bunch of enemies. You could use your Wrath of the Berserker. You could come on in with your Barbarian help, and you could do the Whirlwind, and you're gonna do a ton of damage to some enemies. And let's put them all together. Boom. Here we're going with the Berserker and everything, right? I mean, they're literally gone already. It was so fast, so strong. I love this build, and I think you guys are gonna like it too. My friends, I hope you enjoyed the video and liked my look, giving you a little bit more about what this Barbarian is all about, breaking down her skills so that you can choose what skills you want to combine when you do get Diablo Immortal in your hands. Remember, you can always come through my live streams. I'm live streaming every day. We're doing it right here on YouTube and over on Twitch. And if you want to join the community, come on through the Discord server. It's linked down below and in the pinned comment. I'd love to see you guys there, but thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you hanging out. Make sure you check out some of my other videos before you go, and be good.